this month of March 2026. So once again, a very warm welcome to everyone. So thanks for joining. As per schedule today, we will be going to discussing on the PowerShell. As you know that everyone and no matter which technology we are working, the PowerShell is the most important in the current scenario and current situation, right? So quick introduction about myself. My name is Neel. So I have around 14 plus years of experience, worked on multiple companies, and currently I'm working as a freelancer trainer to delivering that is along with PowerShell, Entra ID, Azure, Active Directory, and all. So let's begin with that to the agenda what we have planned today. So we need to discuss. I think everyone know that who are joined in this today's class, right? The PowerShell. Before we begin to this presentation, we know that is in what is PowerShell and why we need it, right? And where we need to use a PowerShell and Windows. We will be going to talking about, and I'll make you too easy to understand how you can start your journey in PowerShell, right? No matter which technology you're working, but everyone need to know that is in to make the things to automate your operations activity. So every administrator must use a PowerShell for automation. So no matter which technology we are working, no matter which technology we are working, but as automations, day-to-day operations, the PowerShell is most important. No matter you are working server administrator, VMware, Active Directory, security admin, cloud, database, storage, virtual machine, anything, right? So when we wanted to be make the automations day-to-day operations activity, then the PowerShell is more powerful. How it works actually, right? Many have understood that is that PowerShell needed any programming skill. No, we don't need any programming skill,
Hi Neil,
right?
can you please record it?
Yeah, it started record already started, record has been already started, right? So now PowerShell, it is it is developed from the Microsoft for all administrator. It is for all administrator who working majorly for the Microsoft product. So Microsoft product, what are those? We have you know Office 365, we have Azure, we have Entra ID, we have the SCCM, right? What else? We have Intune, right? We have Actions, which is Exchange, it is not required now. So we have Active Directory, right? So many of the database we have that Microsoft, SharePoint we have. So we know that current market, these are people are specialists on these technologies. But when it comes to that is in automation, in the day-to-day operations activity, we have to make that is things to make that automated operations activity, operations task. So how do we start? We don't know that anything about in the PowerShell. As I said, when you start your journey with PowerShell, you just start with a very empty mind. Maybe most of the administrator who working on this platform, I have seen that is in people going to the Google and taking the ready-made script and executing. There is a big risk. If I ask, okay, do you know that how PowerShell works reality? In PowerShell component, PowerShell terminology, do you know that how it works? People are taking the script and executing their environment, but really there is PowerShell, a PowerShell component, how it started, what are the logic it is using, and nobody is having that skill and entire thing to read the script. So in this training, what you are getting, you will be understanding that thoroughly, practically, from fundamental to advanced level, how the PowerShell works. When we talk about how PowerShell works, we need to know that what are the components are come to the PowerShell, right? First, you need to talk about commandlet. First, you need to talk about commandlet, which is start with the journey commandlet. And when we know the commandlet, each commandlet, start journey with each commandlet, we need to know that is in how the default parameter works. You should understand this proper, fundamental part. Go with the very basic and understand that. Start your journey with PowerShell to what you mean by commandlet, and each commandlet you have that is in parameter. And then how to frame it, simple requirement, simple requirement. It means this always there is a method, there is a process to follow this. Start with commandlet plus you should go with the parameter. And the parameter it is start with always, parameter always start with hyphen. Hyphen. Example, now we say that get hyphen service is a commandlet and hyphen name is a parameter, and then every parameter you have that, every parameter we have that is in default data types, which the PowerShell itself will tell us what type of the data types is demanding of the parameter. Then you need to provide here the data types are, the data types are, it might be demanding for the string value, it might be demanding to the integer, it might be demanding to the integer string, and it might be demanding to the date and time. It means now this commandlet, it's a parameter. Now it is demanding to the string, which is called as you can provide for the WinRM service. So if you just type here, it's always is a format. This is a method you need to follow this commandlet parameter, and what is this parameter is demanding is a string value. So type that string value, which is service name. Then you would get the output. So always you need to begin with this to try to find the commandlet. And how do I start this journey here? I don't know that anything about it. The first most important in PowerShell, we have the 4 type of consoles by default. 4 type of console. Now in this consoles, we have the 2 part. It's divided into 2 part. Divided into 2 part. One is x86 and second one is 64-bit. x86 indicate for the 32-bit and the second one is 64-bit. So x86 we can have the console called as a direct console. Second one is ISC console, PowerShell. Same things. You have the 64-bit direct consoles in PowerShell. You have the ISC integrated script extension, your ISC for in a 64-bit. Example, if you go to the start, let me save this into the notes into PowerShell Marsh, which is demo class. Okay, when you go to the start here, now scroll down, you would be able to see there is a folder called as a PowerShell. And now see here, you have the x86 direct console, x86 for the ISC, direct console for the 64-bit, and the direct console for the ISC for the x86. So we usually refer for the 64. You can use for the 64 a normal which is direct console, and you can use for why it is kept to Microsoft still x86. This PowerShell is introduced in early 2008 server operating system released, and that time we still had that is in 32-bit operating system. If you developed any script during that time as a compatibility point of view, and Microsoft still has kept into the 32-bit, right? But we will be going to use for PowerShell. One is for 64-bit direct console, second for the ISC 64-bit. So ISC, you know that everyone, it is a script base, right? It is a script platform where you can see, you can uh, based on your comfort, you can write the, this is called as script pane. We call it script pane. You can write the any script here line by line, and you would get the result here in the below blue color bottom. And if you wanted to change the script fan for the top, bottom, or left, right, or full screen, you can do it. And it is little comfort, can able to detect the auto intelligence options is there. For example, if you see, uh, if I types up any command, you would be getting auto intelligence, right? Let's see here, you would be getting automatically the detecting for existing all the commandlet. What type of commandlet you're looking, it will tell you that, and it will tell you that is in these are the default. But in the direct consoles, you won't get it like this. You need to know that it is just, we would be talking about the first four classes in a direct console to familiar with your PowerShell. Then we will be come back to the writing a script. So I would give you guarantee after 4 or 5 classes you can able to write your own without any help. You can write your own script. I'll just try to make you to the understand that how do you start your journey with PowerShell script, because you need to understand the component of the PowerShell. Where I talked about, you need to know the how to find the right commandlet. Each commandlet you have the parameter. I'll tell you that how you can find it. Along with this, you need to know that what are the, what is parameter, right? How you need to find it this parameter, and then what is pipeline, how it works, and what are the logical operator. There are operators are there, right? What are the comparison operator, and how the looping statement work, which is if condition, else if condition, and else condition, and how it is going to use a for each looping statement, and how do you do the error handling. If any PowerShell script you written and if you got any error, how do you handle the error for this? How do you check the remote session in the from the PowerShell? Okay, and remote session. Then you can see these some functions, advanced functions, how it works. These are all major component for the PowerShell you should aware about. We should know that, right? And you should know the module, right? These are all fundamental component, and we would be using these component, and we are preparing a script, right? And then if any requirement come to us, now we are the administrator. We don't need to sit and write the program or instructions. Script is already available in the Google, but the goal is any requirement come to us, any requirement we have to make the automation, the script is already available, right? Script we will get ready-made script, right? We will get it. But once we get the script, we should have the confidence how to edit it based on our requirement, modify the script based on requirement, and execute the script. How do you do this? When you know that is in familiar with this, when you understood the concept of this component of the PowerShell, then you can able to confidence you can do it, right? Take an example now. I don't know anything about PowerShell. How do I start my journey? Right, the first most important, as I said, PowerShell, it is always calling, the method is called as a commandlet. The commandlet, we know that is in command prompt, we use many commands, right? We know the many commands we use, ipconfig, services.msc. So, same things we will be using commandlet. This commandlet is in a verb and noun format. Verb and noun format. How it works here? For example, get hyphen command, get hyphen command. This is get is a indicating for verb, and noun is a format, which is command is a noun format. So always it will start with your every command is be going to with a hyphen, right? It is hyphen. So say when I type this command, get hyphen command, it would help you to understand the list of all commandlet in your operating system. So default list of all the commandlet. Example, Now come back here. If you just type here get hyphen command, now you would be able to see this will be list of commandlet showing you that depends on the operating system, which operating system you are using, and you will have all the list of commandlet. You see this? I hope you're getting what I'm trying to explaining here.
Yes.
So far, anyone has any questions? Do you guys have some basic fundamental PowerShell? Chetan, Dilip, Sanjeev, Vinod.
Yes. So what is string and integer?
I'll tell you that. Where it is, you are talking about string right here, integer. I'll tell you this. Now, if you see, we just written the commandlet, right? Commandlet. And we understood, if you see, if you ask that my PowerShell console, how many commandlet are there? Get hyphen command. If I ask this is count, and it would give you the number of list of the commandlet in my operating system. And if I wanted to start with the journey on this PowerShell, take an example. Now see this 1200 12,315 commanded, and I have installed the multiple modules that would be you will be able to see this is all the relevant commandlet for your operating system. If you check this kind of command and you see the count, you would be able to see the difference number, right? Just see the start with that. There is a requirement is please find the service name called WinRM. How do I start this journey? How do I frame it? How do I get it? Always I said for try to find, try to find the correct commandlet. But we have this list of all the commandlet. How do I find my correct commandlet? To find the commandlet, we can use wildcard. Wildcard means what? We can use for star indicate. How do I get it? Get hyphen command. I have all the list of commandlet. I wanted to search a relevant commandlet with a wildcard. Just type the service example. Because I don't know the commandlet, I need to find that is service related commandlet. Now let's see. Get hyphen command is a list of all the command. I wanted to search with the service information. Just type the service with the, which is wildcard. It is giving you that is in both the side means what? If you type here wildcard example text, it is text. Okay. Now if you say start with, which is the first one is, if you say the start with, now you are going to use as text. You need to provide that wildcard at the end stage. If you say this is uh, contain, when you say contain means all, wherever it is, then you should use for your text beginning, which is wildcard. You should use the beginning. There is a method, there is a category you should be using for the wildcard. Third one is, if you say end with text, end with the text, then you should be using for your text beginning. There is a changes here, beginning and ending. So I am looking for here my wildcard. You just find it wherever it is service find. I'm using for this. Wherever you see the service find, then please the list of information. It is giving that wherever it is find, right? But little smarter way if you wanted to find here, let's go with the common for get. Common for the get, because we have the list of commandlet more is there. Now see, I got this is commandlet called as a get hyphen service. Now we find that is in commandlet get hyphen service. Now what next? How do I start with that? As I said, you need to get the full information of commandlet. What do you mean by full information here? I need to know what are the parameter exist of this commandlet. Then to check all the default parameter. How do you check it? We can ask help. We can ask help to PowerShell. So how do I ask? I don't know the commandlet again, which is you can just see get hyphen command, ask help. What is the commandlet of the help here? Now see, there is a commandlet called as a get hyphen help. I need to find all the default parameter of this commandlet. So I can ask here get hyphen help and get hyphen service. Why we need to ask the help? Because we need to find the parameter. Now we can type here get hyphen help and get hyphen service commandlet. Now you can see that this is the first most important. You should everyone understand this. This is going to begin with your journey. If you type like this any commandlet, it would give us detailed information, full information. It should give us that full information. What is the full information here? It should give that is in name, synapses, syntax. You see, get hyphen service. It is giving you with a square box start with hyphen. It is see the start with the hyphen. These are all wherever you see the start with hyphen. These are all a parameter. These are all a default parameter, and each parameter there is a options called as system.string. Each parameter, as I said, it's a demanding to enter the value. The PowerShell itself only giving us the hint or asking or demanding to enter the input value. You need to enter the string value. Someone asked me that is in what is the string value in integer. You can see every commandlet you have a default parameter, and now every parameter you will be able to see this entering the demand that is string value. So example, get hyphen service. What is the requirement here? We need to find the service name, right? Now get hyphen service. What is the relevant parameter? The name is a parameter and it's demanding to the system.string. So get hyphen service, hyphen name is a parameter, then it is demanding to enter the string value WinRM. Now see that simple method. Always you are going to use a start with commandlet and find the parameter, then supply the values. If I ask you the second example, same things. Please provide, you try with yourself, I can help you this. Please provide list of event log, please provide list of all the event log of my system, my operating system. Now, what is the first find the commandlet? How do I find the commandlet? How do I find the commandlet? I don't know the commandlet, right? I wanted to have the list of all the event log. So you know that when we go to the manually, go to the event viewer. When you go to the event viewer here, you should be able to see Windows event log. We have the application security system, but I wanted to try to find from the PowerShell. When you click on the system, you would be able to see the list of all the event log. If you go to the application, you see the list of all the event log. You have the type of the event log informations and error, right? Warning. Those are all you can able to find. But all we need to find from the PowerShell. But I don't know the commandlet. How do I find it? You know the method here. Get hyphen command. You can ask wildcard. Get hyphen command. What is that event log? Right? I don't know the commandlet. Just ask the PowerShell here. Get hyphen command and wildcard event log. It's a very simple. When you understood the logic, when you understood the format and formula of the PowerShell, you can able to handle it easily. Now see, I got the commandlet. Now what next? Now how to check default? Next step is default parameter of this commandlet. You know that how to check. How do you ask the help to the PowerShell? What is the next commandlet? Get hyphen help and get hyphen event log, isn't it? Now see, I need to know the list of all the parameter of this commandlet get hyphen help and get hyphen event log. Every commandlet you have this first step. Now see, every commandlet. Now more important before we talk about in detail, if you're not getting the full information, when you're trying to do your site, it means if commandlet help not giving full information, then your PowerShell repository must be update. This is the first, second most important. You should be understand that. Means what? You should, if you're not giving you the full information, means name, synapses, syntax, description, related links. When it is giving you like this, it means your PowerShell console has a up to date. It's already updated. If it's not giving you this remarks and everything, just you need to say this update hyphen help. You have to run this command. Now, once you run this commandlet update hyphen help, then your repository, your PowerShell repository getting updated. Update hyphen help. This is second most important. You need to get ready with the get a full information of all the commandlet before you asking to the help, which is always when you get the get hyphen help and commandlet, you should give the full information. If it is the full information is not giving, if commandlet help not giving full information, your PowerShell repository must be updated, as you need to run the update. So it is going to process it. So this is a second most important begin your journey with PowerShell. Once you're ready with that, now any requirement come to you, first you need to always find the commandlet which we're talking about here. The second requirement, please provide the list of event log. So now we are asking to the PowerShell, I don't know the commandlet. We are using the with the wildcard process, get hyphen command and wildcard event log. Then it's gave me the design commandlet. The second step is how do I check for what are the default parameter to continue with that to this get hyphen event log, then ask help to the PowerShell. If your PowerShell repository is not giving a full information, then you have to update the PowerShell console PowerShell repository with the help of update hyphen help. This is a second most important, right? This my PowerShell is already updated and it is giving you some error. It's a known issues that you can ignore, right? Now see, we have asked get hyphen help, get hyphen command, get hyphen event log. Now see this. Now see this. This event log commandlet is giving me that. You see that get hyphen event log hyphen after is a parameter. This is giving me the see this. Earlier my service related information, the data types giving me the all the string. But this commandlet parameter giving me that date and time, and this parameter is giving you management automation, and this parameter giving you date and time. And now see this another parameter is something you have the string means sorry integer means what? Always it is going to be a number. You see this hyphen newest parameters demanding to the integer means what? Number. Someone asked question, you getting my point here? You understood here? If it is parameter hyphen parameter demanding to the system dot string, or if the parameter demanding to enter system dot integer, or parameter system dot date and time. So it is helping us to, you need to supply the value, this value only. If it is a parameter demanding, you have to enter, we have to enter string value only. You cannot enter other values. which is just a word text related. If it is a parameter demanding to the integer, we have to enter number only. You cannot enter any other input. It is demanding to enter the right values, right? And if it is parameter demanding to the date and time, then we have to enter only date and time. Example. Now see, continue with this example. Please provide the list of all the event log. Now we got the commandlet, right? In this, I wanted to find, continue with this event log, all the system related event log, plus I need for latest 20 log. How do I frame it? Now I'm asking you to the system related log name. Please provide the list of all the log event log name, which are the system related event log and latest 20 log. If I ask this requirement, how do I frame it? We know the commandlet. Then what is the parameter? What is the next parameter? Parameter. Then what is the input is demanding? Demanding that parameter. Then how to frame it? This is the first most important you need to understand. Now see, first is commandlet is, we have get hyphen event log, and what is the next parameter? What is that? We are looking for the log name. How do I get to the log name? What is that? Do we have the log name parameter? Do we have the log name parameter here? And what is demanding to the entire supply value? Can
Yes,
you tell me, anyone?
yes, there is a log name parameter, and we can
We can
mention
have this.
application system.
Right. Now see, how do I frame it? Now very simple. Get hyphen event log. Hyphen log name is a parameter. And what is demanding here? String. So I'm looking for which log is system log. What I'm looking here? System log related event log. Now see this, I would be getting for all the system event log here. But what is the next requirement is asked you? Event log, and I would need a latest 20. Do we have the relevant parameter here? If I ask you, let's come back here, Control C, it is terminate for this process. Now, can you find the right relevant for the latest 20 log? Can anyone tell me how do I frame it?
Nives
Perfect.
20.
Now see here, get hyphen event log hyphen log name system input value string. Now what is the parameter for this? I asked for the latest 20 log. What is the relevant parameter? Relevant parameter would be hyphen newest. But what is this input? What is the data type is demanding? Demanding to enter the number only, because it is enter the integer. So what is the number I asked here? It is 20. Just you supply the value for 20. Now see this. I'm getting the all the only 20 event log for the system event log. If I tell you that please provide these logs, okay, the date log generated logs I would need it from last week to till today. So take the date example. The date would be 21st of March to till today, right? DDMMYY. So 21st 03 2026 to 28 03 2026. Now how do I frame it? Now what is the relevant parameter? Can you please anyone find it? I'll give this help information. I don't know what is the parameter. How do I frame it? How do I frame it?
After and before.
Right. Now Now see this, there is parameter asking you after what is it demanding to enter the values. It is demanding to enter the value what it is, date and time. If you see the before, what is the value to be entered, and it's demanding it's a date and time. So you can mention, you can frame it, get hyphen event log name, system. Now instead of the newest, you can just see hyphen after a ddmmmyy, which is you can put into the double code, which is 21/03/2026, and before, which is today date, before within the double code 28/03/2026. Now see this. And again, if you wanted to see the latest 20, which is hyphen newest 20. Can you see this? Commandlet parameter supply the value, string value, parameter supply the date and time value, data types, parameter supply the date and time values, parameter integer value. So this is how we need to frame it. This is what we really needed, isn't it? Is it understood? Someone asked question for what is the string and what is the integer. Always every commandlet, it is giving, it's helping us to, you need to be first find the commandlet, find the right parameter, and just find the what is that input is demanding to enter the parameter, commandlet, parameter, and frame it. Commandlet, parameter, supply the value, parameter, supply the value, parameter, supply the value, parameter, supply the value. That values are either it should be string value, either it is integer, either it is date and time. That's all. What else we needed? Every requirement you need to first step, you need to follow this process. Then what if the requirement is not, whatever we are needed, the requirement is not belongs to under default parameter, then what next? Then we need to find all the properties or header of the each commandlet. Once you identify it, then we must use pipeline operator. Example, now if you see get hyphen service, if I give you this get hyphen service, always every commandlet it is giving you that list of the every commandlet is providing you to the result, output is giving the default header. Now these default headers, some of the default header is belongs to under the default parameter, right? Every commandlet it's giving output, its result, every commandlet executed, it's giving a result along with the default header. Example, get hyphen service. Now this is giving the header what it is here. The header is status, name, and display name. So another method we are understanding here, status, name, and display name. Now some of the header, remember here, some of the header are belongs to under default parameter. Now if you ask PowerShell get hyphen help and get hyphen service. Now what are the headers here? Name, these are default header, right? It is not only this many headers, we have the lot of list of other headers are there. It is hidden, you need to check how to check. Then we need to have all the properties are header, of each commandlet. We'll talk about this. Then we should be use a pipeline operator. So why I'm explaining this, we need to know the default header is not a limitation, whatever we are giving the default result. Plus, how do you identify that? What are the all the header? Now, if you ask this header 3 in this default parameter, we have the display name and we have the name. Do you see the name here? You see the name here. But what is missing in this? Do you see the status here? Do you see the status parameter here? The header is called status, isn't it? Now, can I see the status in this parameter? Now, can I do this like this? If I wanted to check the requirement is, please get the list of service which are status shows running only. How do I frame it? How do I get it? Now I cannot go like this, right? Get hyphen service hyphen status. Do you make it like this? No, what it says here, a parameter cannot be found. A parameter, the status cannot be found that is matches parameter name status. But you see the name, you will get it. Hyphen name, you get it. Service, which is WinRM, and you would get the display name as well. Get hyphen service, hyphen display name. You see the start with Windows. You will getting that directly for this display name. I can use it as a parameter. Name I can use it, but I can't use for the status. Why? Because that status is not belongs to under default parameter. Such kind of requirement we should understand that what are all the properties, and I should use the pipeline operator. Pipeline operator get hyphen service. You should use this where hyphen object, and now you should dollar underscores dot. I wanted to use status equal to running. This is most important. And next step, how you need to use it. Now see this, you will be able to see all the status shows running here. How did I use it? Why we need to use a parameter? We need to understand the next class, right? And we need to find that is in all the properties. Okay, so get hyphen service parameter, sorry, pipeline, you should say format list and star. Then you would be able to see all the properties of the services. This we'll talk about next class. That's all for today. What I supposed to explaining you, I'll just quickly go through this. This is what we are going to talk about, but I'll making sure that you will be able to handle every topic, right? We should understand the command structure using help commandlet, update help parameter, right? We will be talking variable, all these things we should know. This is a format, right? You see the verb and noun format, right? Name and argument string, the value, wildcard, right? These are all steps we should be able to understand thoroughly, right? The so far what I discussed here. And we will have that, in the market we have the multiple tools are there. PowerShell, which we are talking about, the Windows Ansible, we have that all the other multiple operating system platform, and the Python is also developing. The Python is have a developing part, right? It is also you are using for the automation. So PowerShell has some limitation as well. What is developed by Microsoft, PowerShell is primarily used for the task automation and configuration management within the Windows environment, right? We would be using this mainly that Windows environment, right? And it is developed Windows system. It leverages .NET framework and provides a deep integration with Windows management instrumentation for system administration. We know this. How do you make this reporting part, right? Reporting part, task related, active directory, system configurations, where you are going to use it. But if you go to the Ansible purpose is a open source automation tool used for the configuration management, application development, and task automation across multiple systems. It is basically cross platform. This is multiple operating system is meant for that, right? It's basically that ML language you can use it. ML platform you can use it to describe the configurations and automation tasks. It's a agentless communicates, and it's a basically Linux based operating system. You can work on that, right? And Ansible is employed automating. Again, this is also do the all the work. You can integrate with any other operating system to do the work, right? And most you are going to use for your AWS Linux operating system. Other platform can be done Ansible, right? So and Python is a developing product. Python is a versatile no versatile general purpose programming language known for its simplicity. This can be used as a developing. We don't need a developing, and it's also can be used for automation part, right? So mainly focusing on for the what is our PowerShell, how do we use it? That's a major, we need to concentrate. I just give you the brief. How do you start the journey? And you will be going to thoroughly understanding every topic, right? And I'll give the use cases, and you will be going to start working. Once you know this, familiar with this, right? I am sure any requirement come to you would be able to handle this PowerShell, and you can update the strongly and confidently in your resume. Having the skills and experience on the PowerShell, that weightage is different. You can demand the more package with the help of this. Understand here? You getting my point?
Yes, Neil.
Anyone has any questions?
Yes, no.
Is that basic
Hmm.
fundamental part is clear? How do you start your journey? How do you start your journey? That is clear.
Yes, Neil.
So anyone has any question in this? If you really like the today's session, you can start registration. You can contact to the Chandru, whom you are contacting, right? And he can help you to, you know, further discussion in this.
Will be there another class for this or?
No, so today is the demo class we put it. If you really needed another class, we'll connect with you, and we'll also have a plan for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we will be allowing who are registered these courses. Then we will. This course duration is 24 hours. It's a weekend batch. Let me just tell you this. Did I stop the screen sharing?
No, still there.
Okay, I'm here, right? Let me just go back to this. Okay, this course duration. It's a training is weekend. PowerShell training. This is a weekend online training, and duration is 24 hours. Okay, we will plan for daily. Initially, we'll plan for the 1.5 hours. No, no, I'll not give the much on this until you will be familiar with this PowerShell. We'll start with 1 hour initially, and it's timing we can be decided later, either morning or evening. We can plan it. It's India time. Okay, we will plan it. If everyone agree with the same time 6 o'clock, that we can plan it.
Okay.
All right.
And it will
Yeah.
be on Saturday, right?
Saturday, Sunday both. It's a weekend. Saturday, Sunday both.
Okay. And do we get a recording if we
Yes,
miss any
you
class?
will be getting, yes, you will be the benefit of this from the training. You would be getting every class would be recorded, and we'll be sharing after the class. And this will help you to the go through later whenever you get a time, or if you're not able to attend some of the classes,
Mhm.
and you can go through later. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask next classes. And you will be get some documentation as your soft copy. I'll give you the one complete books for the PowerShell, and you can start working on that slowly, start implementing automation which technology you're working. So it might be some people working on the cloud platform, some people working on the application deployment, application package deployment, some people working on Office 65. So ultimately, I just said, for no matter which technology you are working for, the whom you have the more than 6 to 7 years of experience, it is it is a mandatory to learn this PowerShell, guys. It is a mandate to learn the PowerShell. Otherwise, we will not be surviving longer year in the IT industry. And if you're demanding the more package, and you start learning now today, and this will be giving you more weightage and confidence, If you tell that I know the PowerShell how it works and I can handle for myself, then that is the weighting is different. And if you implemented few automation, if you written the script few, and that confidence level be increasing. You have to upskill it, no other options, but it make you to more confidence. It will help you to your package, salary package, and it will give you more strong to upskilling yourself for the next skills. That I suggest. All right.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining today. And if you liked it, please try to contact and you'll get registered.
So, Neel,
Okay.
Neel, one question.
Yeah.
Do you have any like scenario or examples where you have
Yeah.
made
Yes. Yes. We will.
automation? Can you share any of the
We
scenario, like
Yes.
quickly,
Yes.
maybe something?
Lot of script we have written, and lot of scripts are there. Right
Yeah.
now, once we have
Can you explain just scenario
take
where you
example of
have?
that. Take example. If suddenly ask you that is an I need for all the list of users from the Active Directory group. There is a
Okay.
group is created. Example, there is an BLR underscore IT. Right? There are thousands of members added, thousands of users added in that group. If asked you suddenly list of users of this particular group, number one, how do you go and provide the list of report for that? And you don't have any export options when you go to the GUI mode. Second, they will tell you that suddenly some of the users are disabled, which is not able to log in to their not able to log in for longer period, but those users are disabled and those users are still under Active Directory group, but we need to be remove those disabled users. And in that group you have a example I'm giving. It's a very simple example. When you go to the right, one more requirement would come to you. We are going to be deploy the patches to the next weekend. We wanted to see on that server list of server they provided. These list of server we need to find what is the last patch updated date, last patch updated date, what was the last KB installed, and when was the last reboot installed. You getting my point? The one
Yes.
scenario. Now
Yes.
list of servers they're given, that is management asking, hey, before directly start deployment, we would need to, because we need to send the customer, these are the compliance of this list of server, we need to focus on that. But what is the uh, information, how do you get those evidence? And management tell you this, can you please pull me this report? These are the around 100 servers are there. These 100 servers I wanted to see, when is the last reboot of these 100 server, number one, when was the last patch installed date, and what was the last KBR hotfixes installed on this. It's a simple, but you need to start working on that. When I say this is list of server, how do you read this list of servers from the PowerShell? You need to have the variable. You need to save that list of servers to one of the variable called server list. Then you need to write a script such a way that that list of the input file, your script should read that. Then you need to update, you need to write in the logic where this script is going to run to read that my Excel sheet or CSV format sheet or notepad file where you return all the list of server, to check first last reboot status, check last KB install, check, and last uh, patch install date. But these three, and they need for the report as well. And give me the report such a way that server name, list of the server name, first header, second last reboot status, date should come as output, last KB install, the KB should come, and last install date, the date has to come. This is one use cases. Lot of use cases you are working on. I am working on the Active Directory. I'm telling you this requirement,
Yes.
and you might be able to working different, and you will have the lot of requirement. You will be able to get a day-to-day operations, and that requirement we need to fulfill it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. This is all. First, you are going to understand the PowerShell concept, then start writing the script. Then we will be applying for understand the advanced PowerShell script like looping statement, if else conditions, how do we use it, when we are going to use it, variables, right? functions, advanced, we will understood that. Now then you can start working on all the use cases requirement. Good to go?
Yes.
All
Yes, Neel.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Let's meet up if you get really interested or you liked it today's session. Please get registered. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.